Happy Book Review Friday, guys. My name is David. Thank you so much for joining me for another awesome video. Today we're going to be talking about one of the biggest classics out there, and that's The Magic of Thinking Big by David J. Switzler. He is a professor at some kind of university, and this book is awesome. I mean, you search one of the top self-development books, and you'll find this guy on the internet. This will be one of the biggest, one of the books on the list, I should say. This book is awesome. Now, really quickly, this book actually gave me the biggest challenge in finishing it in a week. The reason because of that was because I was really slacking on reading the chapters. I was reading like a chapter a day, and so I wasn't reading fast enough because this is 300 pages. So this book is a lot more. It's a lot bigger than regular books I've been reading currently. So instead of reading between 150 to 200 pages, now it's 300 pages. So I almost didn't make it by the end of the week, but I told myself it's the end of the week. I have to get it done. Sunday, done deal, no questions asked. It has to happen. I can't give up and quit on it, because then my commitment, my determination, and my perseverance just falls. I can't achieve the goal if I'm not doing it. If I stop and make one exception, I can't say that I didn't make any exceptions. It just goes downhill from there. So that's why I went ahead, finished the book for you guys, and I just gotta say, man, this book is good. There's so many great ideas. There's actually gonna be a separate motivational education. I don't know what I'm gonna get classified as yet, but 5 different steps to actually cure fear and bring on more action. I mean, this book goes through so much. So it starts off just with the idea that you have to think bigger. What you think you're worth and what you think you are is what you will become through action and other steps as well. But the whole point is, if you're not passionate, if you're not thinking big, you're never going to be big, because you're not thinking big enough, and your brain associates that and sees that it won't allow you to go bigger. So you become what you think of, and the bigger you think, the bigger you can become. And that's what this book is so awesome. It's so amazing because it shows all that. So much information is put into this book. It is so great to hear and read about all the different stuff that's going on. We could talk about. I'm going to see if there's anything really interesting I see right here, right now. But just in general, I mean, just how to think. Everything's about thinking big. It's about being creative, how to become more creative. It's he also has examples of different things. So he breaks everything down. At the end of each chapter, he gives you a summary of the whole entire chapter, so you know exactly, right? And he talks about just view yourself bigger at work. Do more at work. Another great thing he actually talks about too is the busier the person is, the more work he's actually going to take on. So if a boss actually has an employee that's either sick or on vacation and needs a project done, he might ask 5 different people, and the guys that have the time will say, no, sorry, I'm too busy with my work right now. And the boss, he understands that this is extra work that he's forcing on these guys, and so he'll be like, that's fine. And then the 5th guy will come around, and he's going to be the busiest of all the people there, and he is going to be like, yeah, I got it, I'll take care of it. He's going to go back, he's going to worry about the timing, management and timing and all that stuff later. He gets back to his desk, he thinks about, what can I do? He stays over, he plans everything out. What can I do? How can I shuffle around my times to make it more efficient, to make myself be able to accumulate and have introduce this new project on as well. So that he makes it where he gives his secretary and other workers, asks them to take calls. He selects specific times where he takes calls, makes calls. He goes through the whole process. He talks about it, but basically in the end, that guy that was the busiest actually found more time because he became even more efficient, and he brought in more time. He brought in more work and was able to actually cancel out a job position and increase his own pay because of it. And so this whole basic story behind that is, look, be busy, but never be too busy to take on more things, because the more things you take on, the less busy you actually become. And that's why he talks about, if you have a business, if you see the guy that's the busiest, they're usually the people that also take on the tasks and more tasks, because they're trying to be the most efficient. They're trying to actually prove themselves and think big and really make something for themselves. You can't get promoted if you think that you're just going to work the minimum and then get paid. He talks about this as well. You can't just expect someone to pay you more money and ask for a raise but not do the work. So a huge mentality here is, oh, if you pay me more, I'll start doing more work. But it should be, I'll start doing more work now, and when you see that it's helping and improving, then you can go ahead and give me a raise because you see that I'm improving, I'm changing, I'm working towards it all. So, I mean, this book is just, it's awesome. This book is awesome. It has so much information, so much knowledge. This author, the way he explains everything is just so good. So I highly recommend anyone that hasn't read this yet, please check it out. Like I said, it's one of the classic books. You have to take a look at this because just like Richest Man in Babylon, and all the different how influence friends and win how influence people and win friends, all these different books, like they're all really good classics that you should be reading, you should be focusing on, and that's why I'm super excited to have finished this for you guys and been able to get the opportunity to do a book review on this awesome book. With that being said, though, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me in this awesome Friday. Happy Friday to all of you guys, and enjoy the rest of your day as well as your weekend. I'll see you guys next week for another round of videos. Peace out.